I am really hoping that the air conditioner is not too loud. Hey guys, what's up? It's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. If you've come back, thank you so much. Today we are doing a very exciting video because I'm finally going to be attempting, I guess on YouTube, my very first 24-hour reading challenge. Now look, I've done a few of these in real life with some of my besties. Have they succeeded? I don't know. Are you ready for the most chaotic 24 hours of my life? I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready, but I thought it would be such a good time to do it. You guys have probably also realized that I'm in a new space. This is my aunt's apartment. I'm here today because she is having some work done on the balustrade, which is right outside. So if you do hear any background noise, I am really sorry. I'm having to stay here whilst the workers sort of come in and out and fix a few things. This is a brand new apartment. So anyways, today you guys, I'm gonna be spending a full 24 hours in this apartment and in my brand new Oodie because it is freezing right now in Australia. If you guys know, you know, which leads me right into a massive thank you to today's sponsor, which is the Oodie. So guys, if you have not already heard of Oodie, first of all, what are you doing? Second of all, I'm pretty sure they are everywhere right now and for good reason. Like I said, it is so cold in Australia right now, but not only that, it's just such a good, comfy, cozy, warm, it's just quite literally a blanket with sleeves, and it's gonna keep me cozy for the next 24 hours. It's gonna keep you cozy whenever you guys need it. It's just honestly the best thing to have in your house. Even this morning when I was getting ready, like doing my hair, doing my makeup, I'm wearing this because it's easy on and off. Like the neck hole's really big. I just love it. So if you guys do want to get an Oodie of your own, I do have a special discount code. It is BelleTherese15. I'll pop it on the screen. If you guys would like to join in the fun, because honestly, look at this. It's got pockets and everything. It is so good. So a massive thank you to Oodie again. I'm gonna be spending 24 hours in this thing, so you guys are gonna see just how great they are. So without further ado, you guys, let's get comfy, let's get cozy, and let's get right on into the book selections. Okay, so I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 books here. Am I gonna read them all? Absolutely not. However, because I'm obviously not at my house, I wanted to have a nice selection of books that if I didn't feel like reading, you know, necessarily like all romances in a row, all thrillers, all, you know, whatever. I wanted to have a little bit of variety. So let's go through the selections, shall we? So the first one we have is Butcher and Blackbird, which you guys know is a dark romance about some serial unalivers. That one, I feel like it's gonna be a good palette cleanser because you guys know I'm most likely gonna start out with romance. I also have The House on the Cerulean Sea, which was on my July TBR. This one is young adult. I'm pretty sure it's a LGBTQ plus book as well, and it's a little bit of fantasy. So I'm excited to potentially read this. I had to throw in Shatter Me because everyone, as soon as I like said that this was on my July TBR, everybody was yelling at me to read this. So I thought, okay, if I do want to change it up and read fantasy, then this will be an option. I then have the plus one. This is by Maisie Eddings. I'm pretty sure, again, this is a romance, but I'm pretty sure this is a like fake dating, needing a date to an ex's wedding type of scenario. Nice and short. I'm, yeah, keen to see if I'll pick this one up. I then had to bring my girl Frida. I brought Never Lie because you guys may have seen that I read The Housemaid maybe last month, month before, and I absolutely loved it, and I haven't read another book by her yet. I do know, however, that I absolutely devour thrillers when I get my hands on them, so I feel like it's going to be a good option for this 24-hour readathon. I then have Party World by Abby Jimenez. I have been looking for an excuse to finally start her books. I have all of them at home. Oh, actually, I'm a liar. I don't have just for the summer, but I do have Party World and Yours Truly. So I thought, let's see if we get to it in the next 24 hours. And finally, we have Savor It, and this is by Tara DeWitt, which I actually picked up when I was shopping with one of my besties, Molly, up in Brisbane. And this is like small town romance, and you guys know, I love small town. So it is currently 8:42 a.m. It is the 11th of July. It is the 11th of July. So I'm thinking I am pretty much just gonna make myself a tea and just get right on into it. The book I think I'm gonna start with is Savor It. I think it's like gonna be a nice one for me to start off with because it is small town. Yesterday, I just finished The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, and I absolutely loved that book. I feel like if I wasn't going into this video today, I would be in a mad reading slump because it was just so good. But I guess it's good that I'm doing this so that I don't get, you know, stuck on how amazing that book was. To change pace, I did want to do a small town. I just need some happy giddy fluff after the devastation of 7 Year Slip. So let's get into it. Okay, I brought you a little bit closer. It is currently 8:45. I have got my little 24-hour countdown timer started. So I'm pretty sure that's how I'm gonna do it. I was thinking I was just gonna do from like 8:30 to 8:30, but I think this makes it easier because I just know I'm gonna be stopping for like lunch, showers, dinner, blah, 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 throughout the course of the day. Okay, we've got our notes app ready. We are going to start the timer. Update time. I had to move because it's so like, oh my God, it's super bright here too. My update, I had to move because they are obviously working on the balcony and it's super loud and I just don't want any, you probably hear drilling and I'm sorry, but it's just what you're gonna get for today's video. So I'm about 80 pages into this book. First of all, I'm laughing so hard because there's a character in this, her name's Carly, but for about 70 pages or so, I was calling her Carlisle. I thought it was Carlisle because it was spelt like C-A-R-L-I-E, but my Twilight-minded, ness was like, oh, Carlisle. But it is super cute. It's like giving me like really giddy, cute, silly. I really don't think this is gonna be like too emotionally hard-hitting or like too crazy, but I just think it's a really nice, cute palette cleanser. Anyways, it's 11 past 10 and I have to edit a TikTok to go up on my page. So I'm going to quickly just take a quick break to edit and post that and then we'll get back into the book. But I am liking it so far. All I'm doing is making a mess. Hello guys, it is 11:15. So we are like 2 and a bit hours into this now. So I've made myself a tea because I really want a tea and I'm about 126 pages into this. So my plan is gonna be to try and finish this before lunch. So I'm hoping to have lunch. Slay. I'm hoping to have lunch at around 12:30, 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna take my tea over there. I am liking this. It has started to get a little bit steamier now, which is good. So hopefully it continues on that trajectory. One thing I will quickly say is this book is like really funny. Like the way it's written, I've not read anything by Tara DeWitt before, but like this line, he's like, I finally figured out the whole my heart skips a beat expression. It doesn't miss a beat. It actually starts skipping like Dorothy down the yellow brick road, possibly on Red Bull. Like there's all these like one-liners like that. So that is an element that I'm really enjoying. Okie dokie guys. It is 1:26. Also, if anyone's clocked it, yes, that is pollen on my... Anyways, it is just shy of 1:30 and we have just finished our very first book, which I'm sort of proud at. Like obviously we had a few stops because I had to edit my TikTok, upload my TikTok, deal with the people that were here. The balustrade's now fixed, so there shouldn't be too much background noise anymore, which is awesome. Anyway, so I just finished Savor It and this is by Tara DeWitt. So we did that in, what's that, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 4.5 hours, which is pretty good. Now, my thoughts. This is a small town romance that follows a chef and a teacher. I think this book was really funny and I give it brownie points for that and also the fact that it had a little bit of a Bridgerton nod in there too, which I really liked. I think the humor was really good. I think this felt like a young adult. It did have spice in it, but it felt very young adult for an adult romance novel. The thing that I just really struggled with this book is that I really did not find anything about the main couple interesting, relatable. What else did I write? I just said I'm really confused, but just not relating / connecting to either of the main couple. Like he's super whiny but wants her anyway and she's just so sunshine and is always putting herself down. I feel like there's nothing inciting or relatable that makes me want to root for them. That was my biggest thing, is like he's this like grumpy single dad carer of his niece and he is a chef and like he is funny but like is always really negative. And then she is this like super, super sunshine, happy-go-Larry farmer girl and is always like putting herself down. And I just found nothing about them relatable at all. So I did think it was a cute book. I found myself skipping through the last couple of pages because like skim reading because it was just lackluster to me. But I think I'm gonna give it like a 2.5 star. I liked it, but I wouldn't recommend it. For me to recommend a book, it has to be at least a 3 star. But yeah, so it is 1:30, like I said. So because I finished the first book now, I want to have some lunch. But because I'm staying here at my auntie's place, there is not a lot of food. So I'm planning to quickly just go down the road, like literally across the road. I'm gonna go get some food and then come back, and then hopefully by maybe within the hour, so like by 2:30, I'll sit down to start the next book. Okay, where's my phone? So guys, it is 2:44 in the afternoon. I took like a full hour lunch break. I'm really treating this like work today. But I'm trying to be strict because if I like take too much of a break, then I'm like, I feel like I'm cheating, which is just not right. Anyways, it's so cold in my apartment, but this is keeping me warm. That's the main thing. So after that book, I just like don't want to read another romance right now. I'm really angry that I wasted. Sorry. That's really mean of me, but I just did not enjoy that book. So I thought, let me first of all pick a book from my TBR for this month because I just diverted off the TBR and that's naughty. And 2, something that's completely different, change of pace, different genre. So Shatter Me is next. For a bit of context, I tried to read this book early last year and I think I got about, I don't know, maybe like 60, maybe 100 pages into it, and then I just forgot about it. And it's not that I didn't enjoy what I was reading. I think like I started reading something else, and then when I went to go back to it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to restart it anyways because I've forgotten now like what's happened. So it's 2:45. We still have 18.5 hours left. I'm thinking I'm hopefully gonna read 4 books. If I don't fall asleep, which I think I will, I'm gonna be so for real with you guys, okay? But for now, Shatter Me. And I decided to sit on the floor. My aunt has this like rug on the floor and it is so comfortable. It sounds really random and it's just like super soft. It's super soft. I just sat on the floor to like set up the reading footage and I like crossed my leg and I was like, ow, like why the heck does this hurt so bad? And I remember that a couple of weeks ago, I fully like death drop slid on my bathroom floor and hit the ground like a ton of bricks. So I've got a bruise on my knee, that's why. Anyways, let's get into the book. No one has touched me in 264 days, girl, say. Also, this man, I'm sorry, this is not a spoiler, but like this thing, what I know about this series so far is that there's this guy that everyone loves called Aaron Warner, and I've heard he's like blonde bombshell. But this man's not blonde nor a bombshell. So is it gonna be like a Akatar situation where we meet him later on? Do I have to suffer through this book without this Aaron Warner fellow? Or does he bleach his hair blonde? I don't know. Someone let a girl know, please and thank you. It's me. I'm back. I'm still on the floor. I haven't seen another person in at least, what's 24 minus 16? It's 4:48, 4:38, okay? We have 16.5 hours left of this 24-hour reading challenge, but I just want to talk about this really quick. I think I've lost the plot. This is good, you guys. This is good. Like, I'm so loving this. Like, I'm shook. I'm 120 pages into it and I'm flying, like flying through it. Now, here's my thing. Minor spoilers, but not really. So I think if anyone has ever heard of this series before, we all hear about Aaron Warner, he's the best boyfriend, he's the best book boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. And it's just interesting how this is being set up because it's giving me love triangle vibes, right? And I think they want me to root for the other person, but because I've heard of this Aaron Warner, I'm like, ooh. So that's how I feel. I'm so surprised at how much I'm liking this. Hopefully, like, I can get through. I'm pretty much almost halfway through. I said to myself, when I get to the halfway point, I'm gonna have an ice cream sandwich because I've been craving all day and I'm so excited. So let's read a little bit more of this and then hopefully I can have my ice cream sandwich. I don't know how much of this you're gonna hear / see because it's very noisy, but I got my ice cream sandwich and it's so good. 10 out of 10. Anyways, I was gonna sit out here and read, but it's way too noisy and dirty. So I'm just gonna enjoy the sunset and then we're gonna get back into this, if you can even hear anything that I'm saying. So it is 4:48, so we are just about to lose sunlight here because it is winter in Australia. Obviously, it's gonna get darker quicker, so it is 10 to 5, super early, but I'm gonna have to set up my ring light because obviously it's gonna start getting really dark, and I wanna be filming as late into the night as possible. My brother is also coming around for dinner. I'm making some pasta, so I'm gonna make that a little bit later, but I'm hoping to get at least another hour of reading done before I start dinner. So yeah. You guys! I can't stop reading this book. I am 190 pages into this, and the end of this chapter just... Maybe I like dystopian books. Guys. It's 5 to 6. You can't see that. I'm supposed to make dinner now. Okay. It is 7:08 p.m. and we've got 14 hours left on the clock and I have finished Shatter Me. Guys, this was so good. I could not put this book down. Like, I'm not even joking you. And you guys know that I am not a heavy fantasy, dystopian, romantasy girly. It's only like a select few series that I've read that I've really enjoyed. I started this book at 3:15. I'll be honest, I got a bit distracted. It's now 7:10, so that's what, 4, 5, 6, 7. In just under 4 hours, I read this. I couldn't put it down. And guys, we're not even at the halfway mark yet, which is so good. I've read 2 books in under 12 hours, which is insane. I've never done that ever. But that's just to tell how addictive this was. I can see 100% why this is so popular, and after reading this, it's definitely a series that I will see myself continuing. I don't even own the rest of the books. I've had this book for years. That's why it's like the shiny cover. But it's definitely a series that I really want to go and buy the rest of now because it was so addictive from like beginning to end. I just wrote like, I'm loving this, I'm loving this, I'm loving this. I also said that Kenji gives me Cassian vibes, like real big Cassian vibes. And also this dynamic of what's happening here is giving me Rhys and Feyre tampon vibes, you know what I mean? Tamlin vibes, you know what I mean? I'm so excited. I really wish I had the rest because I would probably sit here and read the rest of the series for the rest of the readathon. But anyways, like I said, it is 7:10. So what I'm going to do now is, because I'm 2 hours ahead of schedule, let's say that, I'm going to make dinner. I might put a movie on in the background whilst I make my dinner. And then after that, we will see what I'm in the mood to read next. Okay, I just had a shower. I can't shower in an Oodie, so the Oodie will go back on in a minute. But it is 9:20 p.m. My bedtime screensaver has gone on now. 9:20, we have just under 12 hours. We're just over the halfway mark. I do have some TV on. My brother just left. We had some pasta and it was really yummy. But I think the next book I'm going to start is going to be... Butcher and Blackbird, because I just think we need to keep like changing up the genre so I don't get bored. Nice and short again. I've been wanting to read this. Why is it so loud? I've been wanting to read this for a long time. So I'm going to get comfy. I'm going to get cozy. And I'm going to start this. Oh my God, you guys, this is actually disgusting. I can't. I'm like literally 4 pages in and they're talking about maggots. Oh, I don't know. Like, I read Haunting and Hunting Adeline, right? I read those and like, I didn't have a problem. Like, there was at times when I was squeamish, but not from like, no, I don't know. I just ate dinner. Maybe I'm like, that's why I'm like, should I be reading this right now? What do we think? Oh God. guys can't see that. It's 6:38 in the morning. We only have 2.5 hours left of the challenge. I came in here last night to read because I was like, oh yeah, like I'll just sit in here. It's comfier than the couch. I messed up, I think. Let's just say that. Let's get up and see how much of this we can finish in the next, oh God, 2.5 hours. Okay, so it is 7:04. So we have 2 hours and 6 minutes left of the challenge. I've just made myself a little hot chockey. I've got my book. My prediction is I'm probably gonna get halfway through this book. I don't think I'm gonna finish in 2 hours, but I'd like to at least get halfway. I'm about, I don't know how much I read last night. 40 pages in maybe? No, not even. 25 pages in. That's embarrassing. So let's get into it. Let's get comfy and let's get cozy. The sunrise is so beautiful, guys. I wish I could show you, but I can't be bothered to turn around. So I just have a question because obviously we're sort of getting into the meat of the plot. This is giving me like, if you guys have read the Mind F series by St. Abbey, it's giving me those vibes like with Lana Myers in terms of the type of serial unaliver that she is, the type of people that she unalives. It gives me like that vibe. And I guess these two, like Butcher and Blackbird, they have a little game, which is a bit messed up. But so what I'm getting from it is that they both like once a year or something pick a spot and they decide to like do a nice culling of particular types of people, which is really strange, but I'm guessing that's the vibe, which I'm intrigued about. It is officially T-minus 1 hour till the end of the challenge. We've got 53 minutes left and I am this far into the book. So I thought I would be halfway through it at the end of this. So I'm pretty sure I at least I'm going to try and get to like page 200. I think I'm on page 133. This is really good. I feel like if I had a few more hours on the clock, / if I hadn't slept so late, I probably could have finished it because it's really like quick and fast paced and I'm really enjoying it. I do have to laugh though because the main character's name is Rowan Kane and I know for a fact that Dreamland Billionaires was like published before this and it's spelt the exact same way. So I'm sort of like, did you do your research? Like no one owns a name, but if you have a character called Rowan Kane and like the Kane is even spelt with a K, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm just like, did you do your research? But it's really good and I am enjoying it so far. I think this book quite literally just won for having the most cringiest line I've ever read in a book. They're about to get freaky deaky and he's like, pick a safe word, and she goes, chainsaw. Fittingly enough. And he goes, how fitting, love. Because I'm about to destroy you. That's worse. That is so much worse than Zayd Meadows. You guys, you know, talking smack about my man Zayd. And guys, you know what's insane? They were drilling outside the apartment literally 1 second before the timer went off. Like I said, guys, sorry if you do hear some drilling outside. It is now working hours, so they may start up again. But guys, we have completed the 24-hour challenge. Did I read for the full 24 hours? Absolutely not. But you know, it's okay. So let's quickly talk about what I did read. So the first one was Savor It, and I did give you guys my thoughts on this yesterday. I just didn't end up enjoying this as much as I would have liked to. For small town romance, it's like my bread and butter single parent trope. Like, I just thought I was gonna love it, but I didn't connect to these main characters. I think both of them just like weren't relatable to me and I didn't connect with them, and therefore like I wasn't really rooting for them as a couple. It was funny, but I definitely wouldn't go out of my way to like recommend this in the future. So for that reason, I gave it 2.5 stars and I gave it 1.5 chili spices, I think. The next book I read was Shatter Me, and guys, I loved this. I'm pretty sure like now I'm not even pretty sure, I'm definitely gonna get in the car right now and go buy the rest of the series because I want it and I want to keep reading it. I'm so surprised that I loved this and how quick I did read this. Like I told you guys last night when I was like doing my vlog, I read this like with 2 hours to spare before the halfway mark. So I was doing really well and I thought, oh yeah, I'll definitely read, I'll definitely read 2 more books. Anyways, this was so good. 4.75 stars. I'm gonna give it like 0.5. It's more like closed door, fade to black spice. So because it is young adult. Yeah, I can't wait to see what the rest of the series holds. I'm very happy and surprised. And then we get our third book, which is Butcher and Blackbird. I do still have about 100 pages left of this. And if I had not fallen asleep or if I had woken up maybe an hour earlier today, I probably would have had this done. But so far from what I've read, I do really enjoy it. I do love dark romances and I am enjoying the dynamic between the couple. I'm very invested, love the side characters, love the sort of the concept. I will say just where I left off before the timer went off there, the dialogue in some of the spicy scenes is like a bit cringe. I think I put a clip of it. It's like, oh, there was a bit about an appetizer and now it's time for the feast. And I'm not gonna tell you what that was in relation to, but if you've read the book, like, you know, and I was just like, is that necessary? Is it necessary? So far from my like 3/4 the way through, like I said, I've got about 100 pages left. It's looking really good so far, but you guys will just have to watch my monthly reading wrap up to hear what I ended up rating it. All in all, almost 3 books, or 3.25 book, 2.25, right? Almost 3 books, which I'm pretty proud of in 24 hours. If like I said, if I hadn't fallen asleep last night, or if I'd gotten up a bit earlier, I probably could have done 3. But I'm pretty proud of myself and I'm glad that I actually completed it and stuck to it. Anyway, you guys, that is the end of today's 24-hour reading challenge. Thank you so much for sticking all the way through to the end. If you have, and if you guys did enjoy this video, let me know. If you want to see another one in future, let me know. Have you guys read any of the books that I read today? If you have, let's chat about it in the comments. I'd love to hear what everyone's thoughts are. I also want to say a massive thank you again to Oodie for sponsoring today's video. Like I said, you guys, I do have a discount code. I'll pop it on the screen here. We're all readers and sometimes we just want to throw something comfy on to lounge around the house, and this is the perfect thing. So like I said, you guys, discount code is here if you would like to grab one yourselves, and maybe we can match. Isn't this the cutest with all the little hearts on it? As always, if you guys don't already, feel free to follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. I will put the links on the screen here. And if you did like today's video and you'd like to see more of my mug, feel free to like this video and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. That way you are notified every time I pop up a brand new video. Anyway, before the construction gets way too loud again, I will say thank you guys so much again for stopping by. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you are having a lovely day or a lovely night, and I will see you all next time. Bye!